I recently met with some home builders and they gave me their top 5 tips on how to build a house and save time, money, and stress. Listen in to find out what they are. My name is Heidi Knowlton. I'm a local realtor in the Salt Lake area. If you're looking for tips on owning a house, building a house, selling a house, anything real estate, subscribe to my channel and be sure to give it a thumbs up. Tip number 1, when you're going to build a house, try and get in on the first phase of that community. Not only is that going to save you money, but you'll usually get the best lot options. Each time a new phase is released, they typically raise prices anywhere from 5 to 10%. If you get in at the first phase, you're going to save the most money and get the best price for your new house. The way to do this is to get in touch with a local realtor that has really great relationships with the builders in your area. That way your realtor can tell you what houses are coming available, what new communities are coming up, and where they are and see if they fit your needs. Be sure you stay tuned to the very end. I'm going to give you a bonus tip on how to make this process really fun and memorable. Here is tip number 2. When you go to pick out your lot, make sure that you take into account the view that your house is going to have. Sometimes when you go to pick out your lot, there's no houses around, it's just dirt, so it's really hard to imagine, but try to imagine all the houses that are going to be built around it. What is your view going to be like to the back and to the side? Are there going to be more houses built? Maybe there's going to be some commercial buildings built, or maybe it will just be kept open and it'll be a nice park area and it'll be green space to look at. So always keep that in mind. Is there going to be another house built that might block your views? And make sure you ask the builder's rep that all, so they usually know what's planned for the future and they can tell you what to expect. Here is tip number 3. Usually when you go to buy a house, it will cost more money than you think. The first area that people spend more money on is landscaping. Typically the builder will only provide front landscaping, not the backyard, or maybe they provide no landscaping at all. So make sure you set aside some money for landscaping. Sometimes the builders can add it into your purchase price, so just ask about that ahead of time. Another thing with new houses is that you don't have blinds in your new house. Make sure you set aside a couple $1,000s for window coverings to have in your new home. Another area where you might spend more money is upgrades. When you go to do upgrades on your house, sometimes the builder will require a percentage of the upgrades as a down payment. So if you're putting in $50,000 of upgrades, you might need to put down about $5,000 to the builder. Not all builders require this, so just ask ahead of time to see what they require for upgrades. Another common place that people spend extra money is ceiling fans. Make sure that you have ceiling fans in all the bedrooms, especially in Utah. It gets really hot in the summer, so those are really useful to have. You'll also want to set aside a couple $100s for the home inspection. Even though it's a new house, you still want to have a home inspection done, and I'll touch on that in just a minute. Also, decorating your new house. It's so exciting to have a new house that you want to come in and you want to decorate every room and you want to get new furniture and new rugs and new beds. So budget some money for that also. Here is tip number 4. When you go to build a house, a big bonus to this is that there is much more inventory there. When you're looking on the MLS for a house right now, it's such a seller's market that everything goes really fast. Be sure to be in touch with a local realtor that has really good relationships with some builders so you can get ahead of the game on what's coming up with new builds. When builders release a new community, there's usually 10, 20, 40 homes that are going to come available pretty quickly. So if you have a realtor that has a really strong relationship with some local builders, you'll be able to get the inside information on what is coming available in your area. Builders also have inventory that does not hit the MLS, so you'll never know about it unless you have a connection and they get you that inside information. Here is tip number 5. Be sure that you have a third-party home inspection. I know it's a new house and you think everything's going to be perfect in your house, but the truth is that builders sometimes make mistakes, and it's really good to have someone on your side that's walking through the house to tell you what things may have been missed. A few things are, for one, code issues. You want to make sure that everything is built to code. It can also give you evidence. If the home inspector finds something wrong with plumbing and then later on you have a leak, you will have evidence that there was an issue from the beginning. And you would want to definitely go back to the builder and have them fix these issues that they find. Having your own home inspector also gives you peace of mind, knowing that you're going into a house that was well built, you've had everything inspected, you know what issues, if any, that there are. And finally, this is probably the most important one, that when you have a home inspector, your builder is going to take you more seriously. They know that they've got someone on your back that is checking this house and checking up on their work to make sure everything is done correctly. You're going to have more credit with the builder when you come in with your own home inspector. And here is my bonus tip. I would recommend that you go look at your house every single week to see progress, but also take pictures. Take pictures of the outside, take pictures of the inside, even from the very beginning when it's just dirt on the ground. Take pictures of everything. And if you're not able to get there one week, make sure you have your sales rep take pictures for you and send them to you via email or text. And the reason that this is so great and so fun is that at the end, when your house is done, you can put together this fun album that you can have in your living room, put on your coffee table, and people can see the progress that you made from day one on your house. It really is a fun thing to have and to share with your friends and family. If you've experienced building a home, I'd love to hear your tips and how your experience was. Share in the comments how your experience was and any tips you want to share. I hope you got a lot of value out of this video. Be sure to subscribe so you get notified every week when I have a new video that comes out. I'll see you on the next one.